Hello everyone, welcome to Mitchell Athletic Complex. We are here for the Rough Riders against Brooklyn City F.C. It's going to be kicking off at 5 p.m. We can see we've got the women down there just doing their final preparations. It is a roasting hot day in Long Island today, about 90 degrees, but I'm sure that these women are absolutely raring to go. The Long Island Rough Riders, last week they fell in their first game of the season, 1-0 to Worcester Smiles. And I was speaking a bit to Coach Steve Price. He said he wanted a bit more creativity from the women this week. So they've been working a lot on that in training. Today they're going up against the newcomers, Brooklyn City F.C, an unknown entity. Really depends what sort of players they manage to sign. So we could be looking at a very strong outfit, or could be looking at one that maybe is trying to find their feet a little bit in the UWS. But this is definitely the game that the Long Island Rough Riders, they want to kick off their season. They're going to have another game tomorrow as well, and they're keen to get the points on the board. We can see the women down there just getting their final checks. They've just finished warming up. Let's have a look over at the Brooklyn City team as well, over there. And guys, for all the Game and Frame faithful as well, you probably noticed this is a historic moment for Game and Frame. We finally have a commentary box after about 60 games of standing in the wind, the rain, the snow, the hurricanes. We are finally in an insulated environment, and I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who has supported the channel. We are here, and I'm sitting in an air-conditioned commentary box now because of you guys. So a big shout out to all of you. And what a terrific contest we're going to have between the Rough Riders and Brooklyn City. And this is not going to be the only game we have today. We're going to have USL 2 later today, 8 p.m, also at Mitchell Athletic Complex. And that is going to be between the Long Island Rough Riders men and New Jersey Copa FC. So we've got a super afternoon of soccer for you as you try and stay cool indoors. Now we just got the referee down there at the moment, picking up the registration, making sure everyone is who they say they are. And whilst he's doing that, why don't we go for our own name check? Let's have a look at our Long Island Rough Riders starting lineup. We have starting in goal, Melissa Guglielmo. At centre back, Kelly Ambrogi. Sitting alongside her is going to be Amanda Buck. At left back, we're going to have Sage Diatale. At right back, we're going to have Elizabeth Cruz. We're going to have number 2, Michelle Winiak, sitting in front of the back four. The very creative Alexis Snyder in centre midfielder. And alongside her is going to be the skipper, Kimberly Mara. On one wing, we're going to have Christina Bolero. On the other, Janine Nunez. And leading the line is going to be the veteran forwards, Grace Hawkins. So there is our Rough Riders starting 11. They're going to be playing on a 4-3 today as they look to get those goals. Here's the substitutes. We have Taylor Elliott on the bench. Lucy Gillette, the backup goalkeeper. Christina Dutcher. We have number 5, Hope Neal. Number 12, Nina Colamusto. Number 21, Christina Tesoriero. And that is our Long Island roster for today. They're still just being checked down there. We're going to be kicking off very shortly. About 5 minutes to kick off. And we've even got some spectators today as well, which is fantastic. Obviously, crowds just started to be allowed back into stadiums all across the world. And I know the Rough Riders were giving out some tickets, just beginning to let people back in. Obviously, everyone being very cautious about it. But it's been terrific in other parts of the world as well. Obviously, across Europe, we've seen bigger crowds coming in again. And what is football without its fans? So terrific that we've got some spectators here. And terrific that we've got a live television audience. What is football without its live television audience? And we got a coach, Steve Price, giving his final team talk there to the women. And Price, originally from England as well. He's from Middlesbrough. And it's his first year head coaching the Long Island Rough Riders women's team. And as I was saying before, he said to me that what he really wanted to see today from his players was a little bit more creativity in that final third. I think he felt like they were just lacking a little bit of a cutting edge, and so that's really what they was focusing on in training the past week. And with this, they've certainly got some good attacking options. Alexis Snyder, the centre midfielder, very good playmaker. She graduated from Albany in 2016, where she won the Eastern Conference, and then leading the line, Grace Hawkins, who joined the club in 2019, but got a lot of experience. Definitely someone you want to have in and around the penalty area to apply that finish. And the wingers as well. You've got Nunes and Bolero, both very dangerous player. Nunes, when she was at Adelphi from 2014 to 17, she played in her senior year. She played 19, got 12 goals, 5 assists. So a pretty impressive scoring record in that senior year. Expecting to see her really testing the defence. And Valero herself, she played 74 games for St. John's, scoring 20 in it, which is not bad at all for a winger. So certainly plenty of attacking threat out there on the field. He's also moved up Kimberly Mara from defence to centre midfield, Coach Price. He said I really noticed the skipper Mara, how good she was with her feet, and so they want to try her further up the field, see if she can help with the transition to attack. And the captain's just coming in for their coin toss now. And we just got given the Brooklyn City starting lineup as well. The players who are going to be starting. Then we've got Carmen Profit, who's going to be in goal. Lucy McShane, who's going to be in defence. We've got Salmon also on there. Celestin. Tremino. And Michonne, as they've just completed their toss. We have Sarah Sullivan, the midfielder, in the starting lineup as well. Got Brock, DeWitt, and leading the line for Brooklyn City is going to be number 99. What a number! Number 99, Sarah Ebeya. And both teams getting their walk out, and we are just moments away from our kickoff. And there they are, our Rough Riders and Brooklyn City FC teams lining up. Brooklyn City FC kicking off their season. The Rough Riders, their second game of the season, looking to get their first points on the board. Teams lining up. And there we have them coming out. And the referee taken to the field, and we are about to get our proceedings underway. And we are off and underway. Long Island Rough Riders kicking off in the blue. Brooklyn City F.C. in the pink. And can Rough Riders get their season underway today against the newcomers? And that's going to be an early free kick for Brooklyn. As it's switched out to Mushon, who's looking long over the top. First touch for Guglielmo. Now it's bounced and it's played out to Celestin. Well closed down there by Snyder. And that one just ran out. Tossed down the line by Musham. That's a first header by Ambrogi. Bolero challenging for that, but it's going to be back. Switched across. Amanda Buck reading that well. And here's Cruz with her first touch on the ball. She's got Nunez on the right, looking to set Nunez down there. Just a little bit over hit, and it's going to go out for a Brooklyn throw. And that one's sent over the top. That's an early chase for Brooklyn down on that side. And she's beaten Buck there. One back, but still with Brooklyn City FC. And that one's whipped in with the left, and easy gather though for Guglielmo. Sent along, nicely brought down there. Nunez looking. And here's Snyder pushing up. She's gone rather Snyder. She's got past one, ridden the tackle. Sent it back across. And that one's cleared out. Nice giving the go then. Here's Ambrogi. Looking to set away the centre forward, but just out. And it's going to be a goal kick for Brooklyn FC. Snyder's just looking to give in, but back with her Long Island again. Winiak just lost her footing a little bit. And here's with Diatale. Just trying to gather that down against Celestin. Celestin trying to find that angle. She's found a teammate. And she's trying to break through. It's going to come back to Celestin. And Celestin trying to fizz it across. That's the... Played up there, and here's Mara. Mara trying to bring it out for a throw. And Mara with it again. Switching it out to Cruz. Cruz cutting inside. And she was looking in there for Bolero. Couldn't find her. Well read there by Winiek. They're coming forwards again, Brooklyn, down the right, and that's a nice little dummy by the centre forward. She's coming in towards the byline. Guglielmo's committed, and the ball was just behind the attacking option. Here's Sullivan. And it's found its way through to her left back. And she's going to whip it in towards the back post, and Guglielmo watching that one well and gathering it. But there's a dangerous moment there. Bayer finding herself in a bunch of space in a wide angle. And that's the good flick. And Cruz can only get a little touch on it. And they're coming forwards again, Brooklyn. She's cut inside. Fizzed across the back post. And Diatale with a crucial touch to the back post. Just took it off the toe of the attacker. It looks like it was Celestin who got the final touch. And Buck giving it out to Cruz on the right. Nice little spin there by Nunez. And Nunez cutting down towards that byline. And that one's going to be a corner kick, the first corner of the game. Good work there by Nunez. And Bolero's going over to take it. And what can Bolero deliver as we hit the 10-minute mark in this game? Sent in towards the back post. Good ball. Hit by the skipper, Mara. Was coming out with speed. She got decent contact. Just couldn't keep her knee over it. Just over the bar. A great delivery in there, though, by Bolero. Sent it along and Snyder getting the first hand on it. It's fallen though to Brooklyn again. And it's a decent ball through. And Bayer coming down that left side. Cruz tracking back well to get out, but it's going to be a corner now for Brooklyn. Sent in the middle, and she's got a free header. Guglielmo managed to get a hand on it, couldn't gather it, but there was a Brooklyn City forward just an acre of space in that penalty spot. Here's Machon looking up long, but that one's wasted, and it's going to be goal kick for Brooklyn. Sorry, for Long Island. Back, giving it up to Hawkins. Ball just took a bobble. She lost control of it and clipped the back of the heels. It's going to be a Brooklyn free kick. Take it short. Spit out to Christine. That's going to be another Long Island free kick. And Brogy was looking long, and that's taken a little bit of a flick. Valerio was looking like she might get through for a second. But here come Brooklyn down that left side. And she's trying to turn on that right, and she's had the strike, and not far away by Everard. Did well there just to twist and turn and create that opportunity. Winiak up to Hawkins. Hawkins holding up well, giving it back to Winiak again. And she's looking for the switch out to Mara, but just not on the same wavelength. There's Everard, and she's got it forward with the left back. Fizzing in across the box, and Brogy getting the first clearance, and Winiak completing it. Hawkins giving out to Nunes. But Brooklyn getting bodies back quickly. Nunes was looking in behind for Mara, but intercepted and cleared. And that's a decent looking switch. Giatale needed to be aware, and she was. And she's coming too hard there on Celestin, and that's going to be a free kick. Oh, that's actually giving it. Looks like they might have given it the other way. I'm not sure if they called the free kick or not. Free kick wasn't given. It's Long Island throw in the end. And I think now actually a referee is going to go have a word with one of the Brooklyn players. Well, actually no, we're going to have a substitution. It looks like unfortunately, so Nunez, who's pulled up. Sorry, it's actually Bolero. They just some of the squad numbers got changed, so that looks like it's Bolero actually who's pulled up. And Bolero off for now. And that one's tossed in down the line. Babe trying to bring it down, but cleared out there by Cruz. Out to the left back for Brooklyn. Intercepting the ball by Cruz, but it's a little bit loose. And Bayer feeling it out. Sent up long back in. That's a dangerous looking ball and not too far ahead of Bayer there. It was Mashon who whipped it in. Hawkins bringing that down. And can she make something happen? Giving out on the left side. And here's Snyder. She had Dietley gallanting down the left side. She's looking in for her partner, Mara. Couldn't find her. Snyder just getting crowded out there. And so Leicester trying to break out. And that's another hard tackle on her by Dietley. But the referee not giving anything. And Buck just a little bit loose, but from back to Winiek. And Cruz now with some space to drive into. Giving out on the right, and Nunez giving it to Mara, but Mara had just strayed a fraction offside. Trying to whip in there. And Rough Riders closing that one down well there. Looking long, and Buck's just going to have to stay awake. She is. Gets that one out well. And Buck just getting that one out of danger. As we hit the 20-minute mark in this first half, neither side haven't created a clear-cut chance yet. Both teams having moments of threat. Who's going to be able to create that first clear chance, though? It's going to be another Brooklyn throw deep inside of the Rough Riders half. Bayer bringing it down, trying to turn. Buck and Mara between them, dealing with that one. And Nunez back to Mara, sent over the top, looking for Nunez, but couldn't find her. And that's a free kick given, and that's Tesoriero, who's come on for the injured Bolero. Brogy giving it up to Tessoria, but she's surrounded by shots. She's done really well there, Tessoria. And it's sent in over the top, and Diatley was chasing that, and the keeper, Profit, coming out well to gather that. She had a wall of blue shirts bearing down on her. Grace Hawkins just come over to the touchline. Don't know if she hurt herself. I think she just got a little scrape. So the referee just having to bandage it up. We can't have any bleeding on the pitch. So she just has to get a quick bandage on. But the game will continue. And that's a decent ball forwards. Brock coming up with it. And she's looking for Everard, but intercepted by Cruz. Buck sending it out away from the danger. But back with Brooklyn again. Good battling there by the skipper, Mara. And winning a throw there. Well done there by Mara. And bouncing in Buck, shepherding that and half clearing it. Cruz doing well to keep that one in. And she's going to come over there. Very well done there by the right back. Given into Winiek. And Hawkins is back on the field now, bandaged up. Nunez just second to that one. And here's Mashum giving it out to Celestin. Celestin has looked like probably the most dangerous player on the pitch so far. And that's a decent give and go there with Brock. So do well to keep that one in Celestin. It has just run out in the end. And Diatley bringing it forwards and left. Nunez was trying to look for that in the middle. And here comes Nunez pushing through, and she's been absolutely poleaxed in that tackle. Grace Hawkins still got it. She's had the shot and over the bar. That was an absolute cruncher. I think enough ball was got there. It wasn't a free kick. That was Tamino there. Took both the woman and the ball in that one. But got the ball first. She just overran that one a little bit. Heavy lad, as we're 25 minutes into the game now. And that little breakthrough there by Rough Riders a minute ago was probably closest either have come. But still waiting for this game really to take off. Switched out to Nunez, but the linesman giving a throw there. Cruz looking in for Tesoria. Falling to Hawkins. And here's Mara. That time Brogy. And Giatelle's got some space on the left, and she's found the left back. Plenty of options in the box, looking for Hawkins' feet, intercepted by Tumino. And Winiek winning that one back. That's going to go out for a Brooklyn throw right by their corner flag. Long Island just up in the tempo for a moment there, though, which is probably what's going to take for them to get that breakthrough. Giatelle winning that one. And she's gone in for another hard tackle, and she has put in 3 ferocious tackles. And that one, she's got the ball first, did very well there, the number 15, and she's won Long Island a free kick in a dangerous position. It's going to be Giatelle to take it. 6 blue shirts to aim for in the box. And 3 defenders in the wall. What can she deliver? Whipped in towards the front post, but comfortably watched by Prophet. And that was a little bit wasted. Snyder doing well there, just to force the error. And Winiek's got... Mara's moved out right. She's looking long for Tesoria, and Tesoria brought it down with the chest, and she's trying to turn. Just about contained there by Salmon. But Tesoria very nearly with a sharp turn there. Giving it to Hawkins. Hawkins was a clever little flick to Snyder, just slightly over hit. Celestin looking to set up an attack, but just hitting hope stuff, and it's going to go back to Guglielmo. Cruz just a little bit too much on that one. A nice feet there. It's out Eviolard. She's looking in behind for Bayer, but overhit again. And Brogy is giving it out to Giatelle, who has made some bruising tackles so far in this game. And there's another one. It's come out second best on that one. Celestin, they got a little overload down the right. And it's Brooke, bring it into the box, looking to fit it across. And Buck just had the presence of mind to let it run back to Guglielmo. But they had a little breakthrough there on that right side. Looked very dangerous for a moment, Brooklyn. Nice turn there by Snyder, wriggling around the pressure, and Tesoria looking over the top for Hawkins. Just a little overhit. And Tesoria, player who's been with the Rough Riders for 3 years now. She joined in 2018. Obviously, 2020 didn't happen because of COVID. But there's 8 returning players from this Long Island team in the squad today. So plenty of experience coming back. The longest serving ones is Taylor Elliott, who joined in 16. And a couple of others, as there's just a little breakaway on the left, and Buck concedes that free kick. It looked more like a coming together than anything, but she's given a yellow card for that one as well, Buck. And Brooklyn, the newcomers, have given a decent account of them so far in this game. Are going to have their own free kick in a decent spot. We've also got Dutcher as well, who's been with the side for about 5 years. Snyder, well, started playing for them at a young age. Snyder. She's been with them since 2016 as well. And let's see what they can do with this free kick now, Brooklyn. Whipped in towards the backside. She's gone over Guglielmo, and for a second. For a second, it had gone, looked as if someone, as a Brooklyn players just queuing up on that back post, just beyond their outstretched leg. And Brogy giving it to Snyder, who's turn shot and got caught from behind there. So that's going to be a free kick for the Rough Riders. And then Brogy giving it to Winiek. Mara with a positive first touch, and Diatley is pushed forward far on that left. Mara keeps going with it. Couple of options in the box. She's just gone in low towards Tesoria. That was a hard tackle by Mara, but it's going to be another goal kick for Brooklyn. With 10 minutes left in the half. With it all even so far. And that's a decent ball down the line. And Everlard is going to be running at Buck here. But just caught up with her a little bit. She's tried to whip that one in, and Buck stayed with her well, and it's going to be a corner for Brooklyn. Sent in towards the spot, and went over everyone. Tesoriero partially clearing it. And that was another absolute cruncher there by Brock. Nunez going out to Cruz, and Cruz has a bit of space. And Cruz just got pulled back a bit there, and they're going to have a free kick about 35 yards out. Rough Riders. And Cruz, sophomore at George Washington University, just finished her sophomore season with George Washington University. Brock is going to send this one in. Decent ball in, and Hawkins is looking for that. And Profit got a punch in it, but got caught late by Hawkins accidentally, but got a face full there. And that might take a minute to get up from. Hawkins entitled to go for that ball, and she was running an absolute full tilt. Profit got their hands on it first, but and she's made us some stern stuff. That was that looked also from here as if she took that right on the head, all of Hawkins' body weight. But with an acrobatic leap, she's back on her feet, and hopefully no damage done. The Rough Riders just having a quick huddle over there, trying to discuss how they can get themselves kicking a little bit in this game. Just still struggling a little bit to find that attacking edge at the moment. And it was something that, as I mentioned before, Coach Price said he really had been working on with them this week in training. So how can they find a bit more creativity in that final third? Still plenty of time left in the game. And the ref's just going to start this again with a drop ball. And it is back now with Profit. And hits it long. Avillard. Back to Salmon. Here's McShane. Nunes just closing that one out. It's going to be another throw to Brooklyn. Sullivan caught a little bit late, but the referee's going to allow play to go on. And Machon looking to switch that back into Bayer. And Everlard, the left winger's come across to the centre. Feeding it back, and snapshot there. As Ambrogio cleared it, and it was DeWitt who got a foot on it just as she's trying to tackle, deflected it towards the goal. But fortunately for Guglielmo, right at her. Snowed up to Hawkins. And Kamara just crowded out, and they're just struggling at the moment. Rough Riders just to keep that ball. And they're looking route one, and Bayer is the race is on with Guglielmo, and Guglielmo just able to wait until it was at the edge of the box. He got caught a little bit late by Bayer. Snyder back to Winiek. Out to Cruz, but Cruz couldn't bring that one down. Nice little give and go between Everlard and Sullivan. And Everlard caught from behind by Winiek. And that's going to be another free kick to Brooklyn. They pushed plenty up for this one, Brooklyn. Sent towards that box, and Everlard is all alone. And she took it first time. She couldn't control the volley. But she managed to break the Rough Riders offside trap there. And Hawkins coming off for a breather. And we have Taylor Elliott coming into that attacking position as it's played out. Tamara, and her first touch just there down, but it's back with Cruz. And Cruz skipping around one tackle, getting it back again. It's Giatale. Snyder. One-on-one with the defender, looking to create something. Back to Giatale. Into Snyder. And Winiek covering that one well. Just looking for Tesoriero. Back post, and that's a lovely little pirouette there in the middle. Tesoriero. And they're just upping their tempo a little bit. Long running into Nunes. And it looks like it's a straight shot for Long Island. Elliott has moved into that Or maybe, actually, it looks like Nunez has moved into that centre forward position. And Elliott perhaps on that right wing with Tesoriero on the left. That one's tossed down the line. Here's Tesoriero. Couldn't get past the second tackle. Here comes Sullivan. Out to McShane, who's overlapping. Back into Sullivan, looking for the give and go, but not on the same wavelength. And we have about a little bit under 5 minutes remaining in this first half. With it all level right now. St. George and Everlard was trying to cut in between the two. Good work though by Brock to win that back, and she's looking to find Bayer. And here is Bayer. Gives it back to Everlard. Everlard's swinging it in. DeWitt up there, but Ambrogi did enough. And Buck clearing it out. There, giving it back to McShane. And that's a very smart little touch by Brock. Just looking for Everlard. Amanda Buck was alert to the danger though. But it's been a very evenly matched game so far. Both teams really holding each other at a stalemate. McShane was trying to swing it in, but good tackle there by Tesoriero, and it ended up bouncing off of McShane. It's going to be a Rough Riders goal kick. Snyder with a good touch away from the pink shirts. And that's a little bit short from Guglielmo to Cruz. Everlard has got a hold of it. And Cruz doing enough there to get a free kick. Everlard not happy with that call. That's been given. Someone giving out to Everlard, and she's looking on through to Bayer, and Bayer's thrown a goal here, and Bayer's finished it, and Brooklyn take the lead right before half time. Everlard slipping through Bayer expertly, and it was a cool finish, and the newcomers to the UWS score first blood. How can the Rough Riders react to this? They lost 1-0 last week to Woodchester Smiles. They're really not going to want to go 2-0. Tomorrow they've got a trip up to Pennsylvania to face up against Lancaster Inferno. Here comes Mara coming into the box on the right side, looking to dink it across, and it's going to be a corner. Got 15 seconds left of regulation time. See if there's any added on. And Nunez will send this one in. Or it might be the last bit of action of this first half. Whipped in the front post. And there's a shot there, I think by Taylor, and she got caught late. And I have to say, I'm a little surprised. In the end, the penalty wasn't given for that. The linesman just calling the referee over. I think the referee checking, is that a foul or not? The linesman said no, it was very late. Snyder and Diaz went up for the same ball there. Winiek going on to that second one though. And Nunez looking to turn. Going into Mara. Back to Cruz. Cruz looking over the top for Tesoria. And Tesoria has brought it down. Can she finish it? Saved by Prophet in the near post. And that was the best bit of play from the Rough Riders so far this game. Fantastic ball in to Tesorio. Brought it down well, did everything right. The keeper down quickly that near post. Another corner sent in. Snyder getting ahead on it. It's going to stay alive though, the attack. Tesorio is trapped there by Celestin. She's going to have a... Let's see, the referee's giving it against Rough Riders. So that's the first time really Rough Riders had found space in behind the Brooklyn City line. And there is the halftime whistle. Brooklyn leading thanks to a goal right before halftime by Bayer. And Long Island Rough Riders have just looked a little bit flat going forwards, and with the exception of that chance in the last minute. And let's see what they can change for this second half as they try and turn this game around. Do not go anywhere, guys. And guys, I just want to give a big shout out to all of you tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Thank you, Dennis, for tuning in. Thank you for Beckhoff, Steve Wallace, Bill Blatchley. Really appreciate you guys tuning in to support these teams. And guys, would love to hear those of you who are commenting, what is your score prediction for the second half? Obviously, Brooklyn City F.C. looked a little more dangerous. It's been a very tight game, but a little more dangerous in this first half. Long Island Rough Riders having that late Tesoriero chance. But I'd love to hear in those comments, who is going to run out the winners? Should be starting this second half in just a moment or two. You can see actually Christina Bellero just getting bandaged up with an ice pack. She had to go off in that first half. It looked like it pulled up on her quad. Judging by the ice pack, probably, unfortunately, the last we're going to see of her today. Has taken away a bit of an attacking threat from them, but Tesoriero, who came on, looked very lively and came close, forced to save our profit at the end of that first half. We've got the men and women in red coming out, our officials. So it looks like we are about to get the second half proceedings underway. And the Rough Riders in their huddle. They've got to put their heads together, the women, work out how they're going to turn this game around. And looks like we're going to have Gillette in goals coming on for Guglielmo. Rough Riders making 2 changes. We've got Hope Neil coming on. And also Claudia Cagnina. That's like Cagnina coming onto that right side for Nunez. And Hope Neal has moved into the centre midfield. She's come on for, it looks like Kimberly Mara has moved back into the centre-back position. And Buck has moved out right back. And Cruz has made way. Tossed in there, Snyder looking to turn. And instead it's one to Tessoria, and Tessoria was stretching and just couldn't get a strong enough touch on it. Sharp look in by Snyder. Profit gratefully gathering that one. And Neil with her first touch on the ball, winning that back. A little bit loose by Maribel. It's out with Giatale. And that was just run behind Buck, and Everlard was looking on the prowl for that for a second. Good work there by Snyder to keep hold of that. And sent up long towards Tesoriero, looking to turn around Trumino. And Brogy reading that one. And Neil into Winiak, to Tesoriera. Neil and Winiak again. Nicely worked there by the Rough Riders. That touch was just a little loose though. By Taylor Elliott. Back with Neil. And Rough Riders really have switched up a bit, the setup. Moving Mara back to centre-back where she played last week and bringing in Neil. And let's see how that changes things up. Here's Buck on the right-back position. 1v1, looking to create a crossing opportunity. Sent back in, but didn't get the height or the distance on it. And it's Everlard. Snyder tracking back well there and just cutting out that counter-attack before it could gain any momentum. And 3 blue shirts there surrounding Brock and winning that one back well. Winiek, who's been very steady in that defensive midfield position so far, and it's head up long towards Tesoria. And Neil's had the volley, and was definitely worth a try. A few feet over the bar in the end, but much better start to this second half by the Rough Riders. Nice for out now to Brooklyn. And Mushroom, the right back, a long way up. Send into the back post, and Everlard is jumping up. She's got a hold of it, Everlard! And it's just past the post. Gillette had come out to punch it, and Everlard first to it. And she'll be disappointed that she couldn't finish that in the end. And has a let off Rough Riders. Tesoriero will chase that down, and she's done really well, Tesoriero. And she's dinked it in, and it was a really good idea. Profit managing to get that on the second attempt. Just looking in for Cagnina, just a fraction ahead of her. But Tesoriero has looked very threatening since coming on in the first half. Here's Neil. Cut past two and went down just a little too easily for the referee's liking. Nothing given, but it's going to be a Rough Riders throw. Elliot. And that was a miscue by Jatale, but fortunately finds a way back to Winiak. But that is cut out by Everlard. Everlard switching that out to McShane. Shane was looking for the goal scorer, Bear. I'm not sure if she's touched the ball yet, Bear, in this second half. But she did get that very important touch in the first to finish it off for Brooklyn. McShane, and she's managed to slip it in. Mara aware to that danger. And that's Stern who's come on. It was just threatening for a second. Tesoriero, and it's given back in towards Stern, but Ambrogi alert to it, out to Brock. Brock's lost it though, and Everlard coming on that right foot, has a shot, and a comfortable gatherer in the end for Gillette. Neo looking to switch out to Buck, a little bit behind Buck, but she's got a hold of it. There's some space to drive into. Into Elliot. And she's looking up for Tesoriero. There's Bea, and Bea looking for that space in behind. But Diatale reading it well. Ambrogi. And the whole game has just picked up a little bit more tempo compared to the first half. It wasn't really until the last couple of minutes of that first half the game really came alive with the goal from Brooklyn, and then almost immediately after, Tesoriero almost getting the equaliser. And Everlard looking in behind, and that's a very dangerous ball to Stern, just ahead of her. But Diatale didn't want to touch it because she was running back towards her own goal. Here's Diatale, the first touch just a little loose. And guys, just a reminder, this is not the only Rough Rider game we have today. We are going to have the men's team playing against FC New Jersey Copa FC even. At 8 p.m. tonight, both teams starting the USL 2 seasons and looking started right. So tune in for that one, guys, at 8 p.m. And that will also be at the same field, Mitchell Athletic Complex, as here come the Rough Riders women on the break. And that was just a little sloppy from Neil, but one back well there by Tesoriero. And it switched across. Winiek. And she's been brought down there late. And they're going to have a free kick. And Mara will take it. Winiek was looking to slip in. Diastole behind. And loose by Brooklyn. Back with the Rough Riders. And Brogy just around that a little bit. And Everlard will look to capitalise. And she's managed to skip around Mara. And the referee not giving a free kick there. Play going on. Some protests from the Brooklyn bench, but the game's still going. And Elliott is going to get onto that at the back post. In a wide angle, a little bit isolated. And that's just gone out. Brooklyn bench still complaining to the referee about that previous call. They're looking over the top and Stern will chase that. Mara covering it. But it's back with Stern. And whipped in towards Everlard. She did get ahead on it, but wasn't enough pace on the ball for her really to redirect it. And Janet looking route one up to Tesoriero, who turned well there and just got a little tug on her shirt, and well done there by the number 10. It'll be a Rough Riders free kick. Sent in by Mara. Good work there by Winiek. Excellent work by Winiek there to wriggle around 2. And Snyder was looking to get her back. Winiek just couldn't quite get it. But here is Snyder again. Lovely feet by Snyder. Around 1. And she's looking in for Cagnina. Cagnina looking to turn. Diastole has got a head on it. Profit awake to it. The goalkeeper. And that one's given on Mara. So long and Everlard got a little flick on. Everlard trying to cut in on Snyder, but Snyder watched that very well. Everlard, not an easy player to defend against. She's got some really nice feet and a great burst of pace on her. And that's another nice little flip by Everlard. Buck reading it well though. It's going to be a Brooklyn throw-in deep inside of the Long Island Rough Riders half. But Rough Riders have certainly looked a bit more positive in this second half. And they're going to need to capitalise on it somehow or other to get themselves something out of this game. And they were a little unfortunate, I think, there not to get that throw in. DeWitt will toss it in. And lovely feet there by McShane. And she sent it in, caught. And Tesoriero has got it in the box. Giving it back to the left back. Sent it towards the back post, and Elliott was all lines. She was offside anyway. Cagnina turning well there and giving it out to Snyder. Brock overlapping. And Snyder kept the overlapping going and she sent that one in. Cagnina's got it and was trying to get a turn on that first touch. Ball just got away from her. Nice work there by Snyder and Brock though on the right side. Winiak getting a big head on that. And Elliott looking to flick it onto Tesoriero. Back to Profit. And they've escaped out of the pressure there. Burst Black with the Rough Riders and Brogy to Tesoriero. Back into Cagnina. Cagnina got a good physical presence, some good height, and she's pressured it, and it's back with Snyder. Snyder hitting it low, but only into the arms of Profit at the front post, but Rough Riders having a decent bit of spell. Brock winning that ball back, and it's with Snyder, and right now it's all the Rough Riders. Brock into Cagnina, and Cagnina managed to turn past the first tackle. But the second one caught her up. So now here's Everlard. Mara just watching it. And Brooklyn City making another change, and it is Kayla Gonzalez-Jean coming on. And Brock making way. Brock into Tesoriero. And Snyder just got pulled down in the referee's eyes. It's going to be another Rough Riders free kick. We've just passed the hour mark with Brooklyn City leading courtesy of a Bayer goal at the end of the first half. But Rough Riders looking much better in the second half. Here's Diatale. She was watched well there by Mashon. Good step by Ambrogi. And the centre backs still coming forward with it. And she's going to have a strike, Ambrogi! And it's hit the post! Profit could only watch that helplessly, and it's still alive. Snyder sending it back in. And that was a great burst forward from the centre-back, Ambrogi, grabbing the game by the scruff of his neck for a second, and very nearly making the difference. Elliott looking over the top for Tesoriero. Oh, sorry, that's Cagnina, and Cagnina brought it down. The linesman's flag went up. Super work there by Ambrogi, though. Stepped up, won the ball, and just drove forwards. The Brooklyn defence just parted for her and caught it really well, about 20 yards out. Very unfortunate. Here's Tesoriero to Elliott. Neil's still pushing forwards, giving out to Brock, who's seen a lot of the ball since moving to that right back position. Good ball into Neil. Neil just getting held up by McShane. It's going to be another Rough Riders throw. And I've got to give credit to Coach Price. The changes he has made has certainly livened up the Rough Riders in the second half. Back into Snyder. Snyder, nice little turn there. Getting it back to Neil, and Neil was looking for the first time cross, but didn't connect with it right, and it's going to be a Brooklyn goal kick. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you are watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have got so much more exciting football coming to you the rest of the spring and summer. We've got 6 more, well, I think 6 more double headers of the Rough Riders. Plenty more Rough Riders, both the men and the women's. We've got Cosmopolitan League, some very exciting youth games as well. And we really appreciate you tuning in, supporting these teams and supporting the channel. And hope you are enjoying the coverage. Giving it to Jean. And Jean just surrounded by Cagnina and Snyder. Going to be another Brooklyn throw-in. Toss on the line. Buck getting her foot on that one. And Buck has really added something to the Long Island Rough Riders attacking options since moving to right back. Made some great overlapping runs on that side. And most of the traffic for Rough Riders has come down that right. And so far, Tesoriero just a little loose on that first touch. But good work between her and Cagnina to get it back. That one's just cleared up. And Mara out to Snyder. Well worked there by the Rough Riders. Snyder into Tesoriero. Back going route 1, looking over the top for Elliott. And that's awkwardly bouncing for the defenders. Well dealt with in the end by Machon. And Jean's going to look to switch that one out, but well, it looked like it was going to be cut out by Jess Lace. Just air kicked it. And Brogy, who hit the post with that screamer just a couple of minutes ago, coming in to clear up. And here's Wieniek. Caught on the ball though. Back with Diatale. And Cagnina. Does well there, Cagnina. Into Wieniek. Well worked there by the Rough Riders. Out to the right side. Snyder. And Tesoriero with it out wide. Got a lot to do, the number 10. Buck's coming up to support her. Not many options in the box. Buck is going to look for one. And that's just had the keeper wandering for a second. Gone the wrong side of the post from a long line perspective in the end. But the keeper wasn't sure what. Evillard with some more super feet there. She's got around 2 and she's around a third. And she's looked to slip in her right winger. And she's still got it done. And shot at the end was straight at Gillette. Excellent work from Evillard. Just creating something out of nothing there, getting away from 3 Rough Riders. Slipping in stern. Cagnina looking over the top for Tesoriero, and Tesoriero just offside. Good ball in behind by Cagnina. Jashley tossing it along, and Elliot to send it down to Tesoriero. Just a little bit over hit. And shepherded out well there. And that's flicked on, and Elliot trying to get hold of that. Mushon aware to it. Going to be a Brooklyn City throw-in as well, and they'll be pleased, the newcomers to the UWS, with how this game's gone so far. Big step up for the club, and that is some excellent feet by Jean there, and she's looking in for Bayer. Mara has read that one well, but Jean, super feet. And Gillette sending it out, and Elliot was looking to chase it. Going to go for a throw in for the Rough Riders, but giving it to Snyder, and Snyder got caught from behind by Jean, and that's going to be a free kick. The referee just confirmed with a 4th official for a second. Not sure exactly what about, but she seems to be satisfied. And Ambrogi will send this in. 7 Rough Riders up there. Plenty to aim for. And Ambrogi drives in. Tesoriero looking for the flick on. But it's going to be a Brooklyn throw. 20 minutes left in the game. Rough Riders still chasing. It's been better from the Rough Riders in the second half, but they're still behind. As I said, tomorrow they're going to go up and face Lancaster Inferno in Pennsylvania. Big trip. They're certainly not going to go up there with 0-2 so far. Neil coming away with that one. To Jashley, back to Neil. And that's a yellow card there. Going to, I think, Sullivan. And Mara will deliver this in. And what can she deliver? They need something, Long Island. Headed out well there by Everlard. And Neil's going to chase that. She'll do well to get on it, but she's forced a corner. I think that's the Rough Riders' first one of the second half. And they have pretty much managed to keep this game up in that Brooklyn City half for this in the second half. Rough Riders. And Mara will send in another set piece. Low at the front post. And Diasley is trying to get a flick on. It's going to come back to Ambrogi. Ambrogi sends it back in, but couldn't find any of her teammates. And a chance passed again. And Coach Price making another change. So we've got Colin Musto preparing to come on as it's played into Everlard. Still with Everlard. She's had the shot. Hit it well, but straight at Gillette. It's Dutcher. Dutcher and Colin Musto preparing to come on as Tesoriero as offside. And the referee not seeing that flag for a little bit, but she has seen it now. And Brooklyn also making a change. Asa Spear coming on. Looks like Elliott is making way, and Giatale as well on the left side. So Dutcher is going to join that front three on the right side. And Carla Musto will be on the left back position. Is Jean. And Brogy watching her carefully, but Jean's just skipped past that tackle. Sends that one in. And Gillette had to get hand in it. I think that was going in. It's back to Everlard. On the edge. Wieniek. Just about getting the foot. It's still not out. And now Fine's got out. Wieniek. The critical intervention. Everlard just couldn't pull the trigger. Tesoriero managed to get past two of the tackles, couldn't get around the third, but here's Cagnina back with it. Carla Musto with her first touch. And that's a good ball. And Dutcher is onside. And she may be cleared, Dutcher. Just overran that touch. And it was the left back, McShane, who came across to cut it out. The substitutes very nearly combining with both their first touches there. Dutcher sends that in towards the edge. Colin Musso gets the first head on it. And Mara just forcing another throw in for the Rough Riders. Back into Snyder. And the Long Island veteran trying to wriggle past that tackle. It's a bit of rough and tumble there, but she's come out with it still, Snyder, and forced the corner. Good work there by Snyder. 12 minutes left in the game, with the Rough Riders still trailing. What can Dutch just send in? Looking for Neil, or sorry, back even. She couldn't wrap her foot around that shot. That was a short goal kick, and Tesoria has intercepted that. She's got Dutcher in the middle. Gives it back to Snyder. Winiak looked to slip in Dutcher. Couldn't find her. And Jean coming away with it. And Brock back with a good tracking back run. And the number 2 has had a solid game for the Rough Riders today. Both defensively and in our attacking contributions from that right back position. Colin Musto, and that's another terrific ball force to Dutcher. Dutcher's first touch just slowed her down. And the chance was lost, but Colin Musto has put in 2 sweeping passes with that left foot. Dutcher sends this one in, but not the delivery she was looking for, and it's going to be a goal kick. Brooklyn making another change. McShane coming off. I think it's Kelsey Simpson who has joined the fray there. She's moved into the middle. With a Spear at left back now. That one sent out run by Salmon. Cagnina out to Snyder. She's waiting for Buck to come up, and Buck finally does join her. And Buck, that's a decent ball in first time towards Tesoria. Tesoriero just lacking the height to get on it. Well cut out by Winiak and Calamusto into Neil. Tesoriero back to Neil. To Winiak. Calamusto overlapping her, and she's found Calamusto. What can she do with her left foot? That's going to be another corner kick to the Rough Riders. And it's played short. And Buck into Dutcher. Dutcher sending it across, and the back post! And it's finished! Neil, in the last 10 minutes, has brought the game all level for the Rough Riders. And it is no less than what they deserve with the way they've pushed in this second half. Dutcher and Calamusto catching the Brooklyn City defence off guard with the short corner. And they couldn't get Dutcher's delivery in. And the substitute Neil making no mistakes to the back post. And Rough Riders, you felt they're going to push to win it in these last 7 minutes. And Brogy won it, and here's Cagnina. Tesoriero looking just to wriggle away and get a little bit of space. She found it. Back to Winiak. And the Rough Riders really came out in this second half, looking a different side to that first. A lot more positivity attacking intent. And that's a decent looking ball to Dutcher. Couldn't get it under a spell. But they've reacted really well at half time. The Rough Riders. To what was a flat first half performance. Snyder giving it into the goal scorer Neil. Just got caught late by Jean. The referee not giving anything. And she is going to call that one though. Handball on Winiek. And that ball's delivered in. Sent back in, and Gillette's going to have to watch this one carefully, and she does very well, the goalkeeper, to keep hold of that one. And she's going route one up for Dutcher. Cagnina switching it out to Carla Musto. Carla Musto going to look another for route one ball for Dutcher, and Dutcher's chasing that one, and she's almost got a hold of that. And in the end, Profit having to make an emergency intervention. And 3 times Carla Musto has had it inside of her half and around the area, and 3 times she has sent in super ball behind the back line for Dutcher to chase. And you can really feel the belief for the Rough Rider women right now. Dutcher sends it up. Falls back. And it's hit back in by Mara. Mara winning it back, and Snyder. Where they're being watched very carefully by Simpson. And Jean looking to break, but Winiek winning it back well again, the number 6. Going into Tesoriero. Back into Winiek. Intercepted. And Brooklyn looking rattled right now. Snyder looking to get a hold of that, but Spear watching it. Mara giving it out to Buck. Intercepted now by Spear. Lovely feet there by Jean, and she has put on a couple of super technical extravaganzas in the middle there. And that ball sent in. Mara getting the first turn, but it's going to fall back to Everlard. And they've got to be careful with Rough Rider. She's through Everlard. Saved by Gillette. And Gillette stopping a late winner there by Brooklyn. Everlard brought that down so well, and she's looked incredibly dangerous the whole game. But Gillette keeping the score level. And that would have been a cruel late blow against the Rough Riders. But they may get their own final word. Here's Neil. Back to Buck. Cagnina into Neil. And Neil just couldn't get past the tackle. But that's loose by DeWitt. And it's sent in towards Dutcher. Just overhit the pass. 2 minutes of regulation time left. And I don't think we're going to have too much stoppage time either. Tesoriero doing well to keep a hold of that. Snyder. Back to Winiak. That's just a little bit loose. But it's back with Winiak. She's going to get another crack at it. Does well there to get it out to Ambrogi. Here's Calamusto. She couldn't find a blue shirt. Back with Ambrogi. And that's another loose pass. And DeWitt coming out. She's going to look to set away Bayer, but Gillette off her line. Intercepted well by Calamusto, and Tesoriero is chasing that down for a second. Back with Dutcher. Loose with her first touch, but she's won it back, Dutcher. And the 90 minutes is up. There's still a Brooklyn player down. Evelard is going to try and get a break down this left side, though. Buck will do well to catch her, and Buck has brought down Evelard. She's probably going to get a yellow card for that, the number 2. And guys, just a reminder as we approach the end of this game, stay tuned at 8 p.m. We are going to have the Long Island Rough Riders men's team facing off against New Jersey Copa F.C. Both those teams kicking off their USL 2 seasons. And I'm very excited to see that one. Both those teams, well, New Jersey new to the league, to USL 2, and of course Rough Riders men's team missing the last season due to COVID. So those lads will just be raring to get out there. So tune in for that. Kicking off at 8 p.m. But Brooklyn with a late chance here. And Salmon is going to deliver it in. In stoppage time now. This may be the last play of the game. Salmon sending in, and Gillette watching that one comfortably. And she's going to send that one long up to Dutcher. Just seconds left on the clock. And it is looking for a second as if Dutcher might get it. Mashon, who's been solid at that right back, came across to shepherd it. Back to the goalkeeper. Here's Spear, and there's some tired legs out there. It's a very big pitch they're playing on, probably about maximum soccer regulation size. Winiak, though, not letting up and getting a hold of it. Giving it to Calamuso. Calamusto not able to find Tesoriero. Back with the left back. Tesoriero into Cagnina, and Cagnina has skipped around the tackle, and she's moving into the box. Into the back post at Neal, and Neal's got a chance here, in back over, and she's just over the bar. Neal inches away from a dramatic late winner. Fingertip saved by Prophet. And the ends of both these halves have been thrilling. And the drama may not be over. We're in the 93rd minute. Everyone back for Brooklyn. Sent in towards the end. They're all leaping up for it. Get out. Tesoriero will give that back. Switch forward, and here's Cagnina again. Giving out to Snyder. Snyder looking in the back post, and she's through! And she finished it! But the linesman's flag's up! And the Rough Riders denied their last minute euphoria. It was Dutcher on the back post, and that is the final play of the game. And boy, we're going to have to watch that one back later to see if she was indeed off or onside. You would certainly love to have some VAR right now. It looked like a very tight decision, but Rough Riders coming back from 1-0 down and pulling it all level. And that was a really thrilling second half from both teams. I think Rough Riders in the end, on the balance of how that second half was, be disappointed they couldn't get the win, but they have got their first points of the season, and they will head tomorrow to face against The Lancaster Inferno in Pennsylvania. And guys, we're going to go down to the touchline now. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to go down to the touchline and see if we can get an interview with a couple of the players. So do not go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes.